Hi, I'm Willow the Mystic Sage, and I'm here with Julian. We're doing a energy reading. I read her energy field with my hands and tune in psychically. So, are there any questions you have, or any areas you want me to read into now?
I'm curious about my past life.
Okay. Well, let me just see what I can pull up here. Go ahead and say your full name. That helps me connect in.
Julia Claire Bennings.
So I'm seeing a picture here of you walking in a forest. And you're younger. And this seems like the Middle Ages in Europe. And you had a great affinity for nature. Basically, you could see nature spirits and feel nature spirits and talk to the trees. It was all so alive to you. And that was both supported and not supported in that lifetime. The whole culture at the time was a little bit more open to that sort of thing than we are now. So there was sort of a general cultural support for it. But on another level, you felt kind of different from everyone else because your gift with that was much greater than the average person. So you felt a little bit like an oddball with it. So now I'm asking internally, it's like, why did this picture came up? What's the point of that? How does that apply to this time? So I'm seeing in that picture that I see some men off in the distance, and it appears to be some church fathers who weren't exactly approving of this worldview that you lived in. And there was some, scowling towards you. And as you grew older, as you grew up, there was a young man that you were in love with, and you were thinking about marrying him, and he was torn. He was torn with aligning with your nature spirit reality and aligning with the church. Mm-hmm. So he was really conflicted. Mm-hmm. And I think he decided not to marry you. I think he sort of went the other direction. Mm-hmm. And that really broke your heart because you were really in love with him. And it really made you angry and confused. But mostly it made you feel unsafe and mistrusting of the establishment, basically. Mm-hmm. It really put a dent in your sense of safety and trust with society. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that is still alive in you, a certain skepticism about...
That sounds right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You want to say anything more about that?
There's like a deep part of me in my soul that really just wants to run away and live in the woods.
Yes.
Because that's where I feel the most alive in myself.
Yeah.
And I'm terrified of establishment in this world and fitting into boxes and figuring out how to be who I am here in the society.
Yeah. So I would just like to suggest to you the possibility that you're doing what we all do, which is to project our past into the present and future, what we all do. So now that this is really brought up into your consciousness, it's right here on the table, we can look at it and you can ask yourself, is this really true? Mm-hmm. Is the times I live in as restrictive as those times? Am I really going to be in a box? Am I really going to be persecuted like I was then? Mm-hmm. So those are some questions to really ask yourself. And I have to tell you, I've read so many people, particularly women, who've been burned as a witch and other forms of persecution. And it's almost like this initiation we have to go through. We have to dredge up those memories and feelings and sift through them and choose to put them in their rightful place. Because until they're fully conscious, they are working on us and limiting us, holding us back from doing what we came here to do in this lifetime.
Thank you.
You're welcome.